I know we've had the talks about should we add the 16 team, should we not? I think depending on what we see, look, none of the guys that had a bye last year won their games. They all
Yeah.
lost. The top four seeds went down. I don't think we're exactly primed for that this season. But I think even being in Georgia, you're the SEC champion, but your rematch with Ole Miss, they get this momentum. If Ole Miss wins this, I don't know why you wouldn't say as a conference champion, hey, let's go to 16 and have everybody play a game on campus to get motivated.
Yes.
Because if the momentum and just having that game where you get fired up in Oxford,
Mm-hmm.
you thrash a team in Oxford, and you get your offense going and you get fired up to come into this Sugar Bowl, and Georgia hasn't done anything for, 3, 4 weeks. Not that they're not practicing, but I mean, come on, getting the game reps, getting fired
Mm-hmm.
up. I mean,
Yep.
you got to think it feels pretty good to be an Ole Miss Rebel after the way that first round playoff game went and the way that offense played. So that would be my biggest kind of argument, especially kind of what happens with these teams that get the bye week this year, is that however we expand it, I would say get rid of the buys. I think this momentum obviously was important last year. Let's see what happens this year. But I think if I'm a conference champion and again, you're Georgia, you win the SEC 2 years in a row and you lose in the second round 2 years in a row after having a bye, I'd say, hey, when I win the SEC, I would like a first round game to get my momentum going. That'd be maybe my perspective. Obviously, it's going to depend on the way things happen and what people say. Uh, but I'll be interested to see kind of how that discussion goes after these games are settled. Not just in the Georgia game, but if any of these conference champions that have a bye week end up losing, I'd be curious what the thoughts are from the College Football Playoff Committee on that.